rice cake. An ape who had got a nasty hard persimmon seed came up and begged the crab to make an exchange with him.
That's straight. I'll give you this persimmon seed. Give me your rice cake.
What does the persimmon seed do?
It bears a delicious fruit that grows on a beautiful tree.
Okay.
The crab, who was a simple-minded creature, agreed to this proposal, and they each went their way, the ape chuckling to himself at the good bargain which he had made. When the crab got home, he planted the persimmon seed in his garden, and as time slipped by, it sprouted. And by degrees grew to be a big tree. The crab watched the growth of his tree with great delight. But when the fruit ripened and he was going to pluck it, the ape came in.
No, let me pick it for you.
Okay.
And offered to gather it for him. The crab consenting, the ape climbed up into the tree and began eating all the ripe fruit himself, while he only threw down the sour persimmons to the crab, inviting him at the same time to eat heartily. The crab, however, was not pleased at this arrangement, and thought that it was his turn to play a trick upon the ape. So he called out to him to come down head foremost.
Get down here, ape.
The ape did as he was bid, and as he crawled down head foremost, the ripe fruit all came tumbling out of his pockets. And the crab, having picked up the persimmons, ran off and hid himself in a hole. The ape, seeing this, lay in ambush, and as soon as the crab crept out of his hiding place, gave him a sound trembling and went home. Just at this time, a friendly egg and a bee, who were the apprentices of a certain rice martyr, happened to pass that way, and seeing the crab's piteous condition, tied up his wounds, and having escorted him home, began to lay plans to be revenged upon the cruel ape.
Beware, ape! We come and get you!
Having agreed upon a scheme, they all went to the ape's house in his absence, and each one having undertaken to play a certain part, they waited in secret for the enemy to come home. The ape, little dreaming of the mischief that was brewing, returned home, and having a fancy to drink a cup of tea, began lighting the fire in the hearth, when all of a sudden the egg, which was hidden in the ashes, burst with the heat, and splattered the frightened ape's face, so that he fled howling with pain and crying. Maddened with the heat of the burst egg, he tried to go to the back of the house, when the bee darted out of a cup window, and a piece of seaweed who had joined the party coming up at the same time, the ape was surrounded by enemies.
Get over here.
In despair, he seized the clothes rack and fought vigorously for a while, but he was no match for so many, and was obliged to run away, with the others in hot pursuit after him. Just as he was making his escape by a back door, however, the piece of seaweed tripped him up, and the rice martyr, closing with him from behind, made an end of him. So the crab, having punished his enemies, went home in triumph, and lived ever after on terms of brotherly love with the seaweed and the martyr. Was there ever such a fine piece of fun? The end.